Hey y'all, Kate Dorsey here. Welcome to Wellness Wednesdays. I'm so super excited to be with you. As a reminder, I do this every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. Currently at my mom's house. Super excited though to get back to California tomorrow, which is where I'm headed. So I wanted to talk to you today about intention. Hey Heather, good to see you. And how to use intention to create what you want. This is a really, hey Stephen, thanks for joining. This is a really, really powerful time of year. We're in the middle of reflection where we can really take some time in to look at all the things that we've experienced this past year and then what we want to create as we move into 2019. It's really this time of like bridging the gap between where we have been and what we're wanting to create. So this is a really, really powerful transitionary time. And this is where intention becomes really crucial to getting the things that you want, the results that you want, the fulfillment that you'd like to experience in life. I love this practice. I do it every year. Hey, Linda, so good to see you. Thanks for joining. And it is incredibly valuable and helpful. And I'll even share with you guys what my one was last year. So essentially what you want to do is you want to think about intention is this the energy that we're bringing to something, the experience that we're wanting to have. I use intention setting throughout the day. I will even I'll be really transparent. I even before I go to bed, I'll set an intention to get a really great night's sleep or to remember dreams that would be beneficial for me to remember. It's a fun practice. So I encourage you guys to start to think about what do I want to experience out of something? What is my intention going into things? So when we look at that, it can be, what is my intention during a work day? What is my intention when I'm working out? What is my intention when I'm eating breakfast? So you want to think about all those things, and you want to start to become more conscious of what you're wanting to experience. So I'll share with you guys that when I work out, I really like feeling healthy and strong, and I like knowing that I am using my body in a way that helps support it. And I also like to feel fit, right? So those are all things that I'm going to bring. So you can use the power of intention in every single, you can use it every single day, and you can really start to improve your experiences. And so what I mean by that is that there is really power in intention setting. It sets your perceptions up to perceive the things that you want, so that you're automatically cueing your mind to look for the experience that you're wanting and desiring. So if you're going to make a healthy meal, you can set the intention to enjoy cooking, to find it relaxing and enjoyable, to create a meal that is healthy and nutritious. So do you see what I'm saying? It's really we can use this, the power of intention, every single day throughout the day. And it really cues you up to begin to experience things very differently, and to experience things in a way that feels really good and in flow, and you're just kind of in tune with what you want, and that makes it super good. So I think that this is a really great practice, and what I want to do is merge it into setting yourself up for 2019. So this is that time of year where we get to reflect on everything we've been through, and we get to start to think, what do I want to experience next year? And that, I don't know about y'all, but that seriously lights me up and gets me excited. Because the truth is, you can go through life and you can not pay attention to things. You can go through life and it can just be ho-hum and not that exciting. But if you really start to bring, hey Colin, thanks for joining. If you really start to bring intention and awareness to it, you can really shift your experience of life. And you can go from almost like Groundhog Day, where you're just going through the motions and it's life is on repeat and you feel really stuck, to you feel really in tune and in touch and in flow, and you're able to really enjoy life. So that is what is possible for you with the power of intention. And what I want to talk with you about today is looking at 2019. What do you want to experience? What would if you were standing in December of 2019, looking back at the past year, what would you be so excited to have experienced? What would you be so lit up about? What would make such a huge difference for you? Because that is the point at which you can start to get really, really clear on what you're wanting to experience. And we really do, we're flying blindly if we don't have clarity. Clarity is essential to really getting the results that you want. Otherwise, you're just kind of like bebopping through life, and you're like, I don't know, maybe this is okay, maybe it's not okay. I just kind of showed up here. Can you imagine that? Like, can you imagine just like deciding to date somebody without like any clarity? Like, maybe I'll date them, maybe I won't. I don't know. Like, just think about it. Like, we don't think about these things, but it's like, what are we doing? Wake up. Like, start to put some effort out there. Start to get really clear. If you're not clear, don't worry. That's okay. There is a lot of different strategies and ways. Hey, Joyce, so good to see you, to help you get clear. So don't stress about that. But what I really want you guys to think about is like, if I could boil everything down to one word, what would I want 2019 to be? I love this. I think that this is so much fun. I did it last year and I chose the word love, and I really felt that like love infused every single part of my life. So much of my life changed. It was actually really cool to look back at 2018 and see like just how much personal growth and development was really in there, and just all the changes. And yet love really infused everything and interweaved, and it was just really amazing. And I'll be really honest, like my word for 2019 is actually abundance, because I'm looking to grow and expand in so many different ways, and I'm really excited about that. So we want to use intention and the word. So we want to couple both of these together so that it really becomes something that is really transformative, so that as you look back at the end of 2019, you're like, wow, this year was powerful. So like how I'm looking back at 2018 and I'm seeing love infused in so many different areas. Like I have an incredible group of new friends who I'm so grateful for, who touched my heart in so many ways. I transitioned my business from therapy to coaching. I get to impact people regularly, and that is just love outpouring. New relationship, which is really awesome. And so like we want to just think about like love, like that's like for me love was last year, and it was like it really infused everything. And so my word for next year is abundance. But I want you guys to think about like, what's your word? What's the like at the end of the day, what's the one thing that if you experience more of that, it would make 2019 so freaking fantastic. Like you would just be so excited, because it's really, really fun to think about what is that word, the word that is going to carry me throughout the year. Maybe it's connection, maybe it's endurance, maybe it's longevity, maybe it's health or vitality or vibrancy. Like it can be anything. And so what we want to do though is then move that into intention. We want to start to say, okay, so if my word is abundance, what is that going to look like each and every day? How am I going to use the power of intention? Because I'm saying abundance is my word for 2019. So what is that going to look like, and how is that going to show up? And if I am intending that, right, like I am setting that intention, I'm saying 2019 is going to be one heck of an abundant year. I can't wait to look back and take stock. Literally the same thing I did last year. 2018 is going to be full of love. Can't wait to look back. And like, yeah, when I look back, I'm like, wow, that's so cool. You guys, it's super, super cool when you like set an intention and you check back in. Like this time of year is so much about reflection. It's cold outside. We're inside. We get to take this time to like really tap in and evaluate and look at. And that's where clarity comes from. When we like really evaluate and look at something, when you know what you don't want, you do know what you do want. Like, I know that sounds crazy, but like, it's a clue, because it's like flipping this, like I talked about this before, you flip the switch and it's the opposite. But this is about bringing more joy, bringing more love, bringing more excitement, bringing more intention in. And what is that going to open up for you? What will happen? What will shift? What will change? And it can be as simple as one word. We don't have to do this like whole complicated vision boarding where I'm meditating on that every day. Like it can be as simple as I said a word and I carry that through. Oh my gosh, Sharon, so good to see you. Perfect. Improvement in my life. So Linda, what would that like improvement? So like what's behind improvement? Like how would that feel? If it's improvement in my life, could it be something along the lines of like vitality, or maybe it is just the word improvement. Maybe it's improvement. Maybe I want to feel really great. I'm just kind of like thinking like simplifying it, one word. So good to see you, Sharon. So we really want to think about, what is the thing that I want to experience? How can I weave that in so that every every day carries that intention. And like, guys, we'll probably, like, let's be real, like, there are going to be times where you forget, and then you're like, oh yeah, I forgot about like being in love today. And then like you're going to want to bring. Okay, all right, I'm going to wrap this up because that was really funny. I literally got kicked off. Who knows? I'm wandering around the house trying to find the strongest Wi-Fi signal. Hysterical. So really what I was actually getting at was the importance of using intention and coupling it with a word, and that there's a lot of power when you decide to set something. Linda, I know you just shared purpose is going to be your word. I love it. That's fantastic. Boil it down to one, choose it, make it super simple so that you're able to like really execute and stick with it. Like that is, we make things so complicated where it's like, I have to spend 8 hours on this vision board and then I must meditate on it 20 hours a day. And it's like, no, you don't freaking need to. You just need to like keep consistently reminding yourself of what is that thing that you're creating and why. So like what